Have you ever wondered if that simple Kennedy half-dollar lying in a drawer, forgotten in a piggy bank, or sitting quietly in your coin jar could secretly be worth a life-changing amount of money? Because the 1989 Kennedy half-dollar is one of those coins that many people ignore. Yet rare varieties and error examples have shocked collectors by selling for thousands of dollars. Imagine finding a coin that was in your family's pocket change decades ago, and today it helps you pay off debts or even turn the tables on your financial life. Stay with this video until the end because this 1989 half-dollar might just surprise you, and by the time we finish, you will know what to look for and how to sell it like a pro. The 1989 Kennedy half-dollar continues a long American coin legacy. Minted to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination in 1963. Even though by 1989 the United States Mint no longer made circulating silver half-dollars, many collectors still hunted this coin because certain rare varieties can carry massive value. The circulation strikes from the Philadelphia Mint came without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint coins carry a D mark, and both can hold unexpected worth, depending on condition and unusual minting characteristics. Now, here is where things get interesting. While most 1989 half-dollars are worth face value in circulated condition, the hidden treasure lies in the error coins and high-grade examples. Imagine a coin that looks ordinary, but contains a dramatic mint error, like an off-center strike, a double die obverse, missing clad layer, broad strike, or clipped planchet. These are the kinds of coins that collectors fight over because they are nearly impossible to replicate and exist only due to rare minting accidents. Some 1989 Kennedy halves with major errors have sold for hundreds of dollars, and when combined with top-tier grading like MS-67 or higher, the price can cross the $1,000 mark. The right coin in flawless condition, with a dramatic visible error, can become a serious payday. Collectors especially look for sharp details in Kennedy's hair, clean mirror-like surfaces on proof-like coins, and strong strike quality. Coins stored safely since the 80s in original government proof sets or preserved from mint rolls, demanding surprising bids because collectors know condition and rarity rule the market. The grading companies like PCGS, NGC, and Anax have certified some shockingly valuable 1989 halves, proving that everyday pocket change can turn into a collectible gem. The real thrill comes from inspecting your coins closely. Hold them to the light, look at the lettering, the mint mark, the rim, and Kennedy's portrait. Any doubling on the lettering or can make the difference between 50 cents and thousands of dollars. There are coins people spend without thinking, and then there are coins that silently wait for the right person to recognize their true value. Imagine holding a half-dollar that millions believed was just another piece of change, only to discover it could actually be a hidden opportunity many collectors are hunting for today. Some people pass these coins around without even looking at them closely, and people who still have them today may be sitting on something surprisingly valuable. If you have a 1990 Liberty Kennedy half-dollar, it might turn the tables for you. Stick around until the end because I will tell you how valuable certain 1990 Kennedy halves can get and exactly how you can sell them. At the end, comment the details of your coin and I will personally tell you its price and the correct selling procedure. The 1990 Kennedy half-dollar represents a time when the United States Mint produced coins mainly for circulation, but interest in half-dollars was already fading, despite being a major American denomination for decades. By the 1990s, very few people still used half-dollars in everyday transactions. However, collectors never turned their backs on them. The Kennedy half-dollar carries the legacy of a president whose memory still inspires millions. That emotional and historical Connection is what keeps collectors interested. Even in modern years like 1990. The coin is composed of copper nickel clad with a strong portrait of John F. Kennedy on the obverse. The reverse features the presidential seal with an eagle clutching olive branches and arrows. A bold symbol of American strength and peace. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo. This coin stands as a continuation of the tribute to one of America's most admired leaders. Even though it was not a silver issue, that does not take away from its numismatic appeal, because rarity and value in coins do not always depend on precious metal alone. What truly makes the 1990 Kennedy $50 interesting to collectors is condition and strike quality. While millions were minted, flawless examples are far rarer than most think. Everyday handling, bags at the mint, circulation marks, and storage over decades makes high-grade survivors less common. Coins in superb mint state with mirror-like luster, sharp hair details, and clean fields command attention from grading companies and collectors. A high-grade 1990 Kennedy $50 certified by PCGS or NGC can surprise anyone with how much value it holds due to condition. Rarity, along with that. There are special proof coins from the San Francisco Mint. These were not released into everyday circulation. They were made only for collectors with deeply reflective surfaces and frosted details. Some proofs with intense cameo contrast can sell for strong premiums. When perfection meets limited issue, the market responds. That is why knowing what you have and understanding today's video is going to be truly exciting. Because we are diving deep into the mysterious and surprising world of the Liberty wheat penny from 1942. If you have this coin lying somewhere in your home, tucked away in an old jar, or hidden in a box of childhood savings, it might just turn the tables for you. Stay with me through the entire video, because at the end I will tell you how you can find out its exact price and the method to sell it for maximum profit. This 1942 penny is not just a coin. It is a silent witness of American history, a product of wartime economics, and one of the most interesting pieces many collectors chase even today. The year 1942 was one of the most turbulent periods in American history. The world was in the middle of World War II, and every piece of metal mattered. The United States Mint had to rethink material usage, coin compositions, and production strategies. This was the last full year the penny was made from its traditional bronze composition. Before the emergency changes of 1943, that alone makes the 1942 penny special. It sits right between two historic chapters, representing both the old system and the coming wartime shift. To understand why the 1942 wheat penny has gained popularity among collectors, we must look at the economic pressures of that time. Copper was urgently needed for ammunition, communication wiring, and military machinery. Even though the mint continued bronze production in 1942, the government was already preparing for drastic changes. That makes every penny from this year a symbolic reminder of the United States transitioning from routine minting to full wartime conservation mode. Collectors love coins that sit at these transition points, and the 1942 penny is one of them. But the story goes even deeper. During the early 1940s, millions of coins circulated daily, and the mint had to increase production to keep up with wartime industrial growth. This rush to produce coins sometimes resulted in minor minting irregularities, small errors, misstrikes, and die variations. Some of these mistakes are the very reason why certain 1942 pennies sell for incredibly high prices today. A tiny misaligned die, a doubled feature, or a lightly struck design can turn an ordinary coin into a prized treasure. Collectors all over the world constantly search for these pieces, making rare varieties from 1942 highly valuable. The design of this coin, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic wheat ears on the reverse, represents an era when simplicity and symbolism mattered. Lincoln's portrait stood for unity at a time when the country once again found itself in a struggle for global stability. The wheat ears on the back signified growth and hope. People carried these coins in their pockets while reading newspapers filled with war headlines, rationing rules, and updates from overseas. That emotional connection adds soul to the 1942 penny. Today's video might completely turn the tables for you because the 1944 Liberty Wheat penny is one of the most talked about coins on eBay and other online platforms. If this coin is somewhere in your old collection or hidden in a box at home, stay with this video till the very end because the value of this coin can surprise you, and the selling method I will mention at the end can help you turn it into real money if you have the right piece. The 1944 wheat penny holds a very special place in American history. This coin was minted during the final phase of World War II, a time when the country was using every resource to support the war effort. Because of the metal shortages in 1943, pennies were made from steel. But in 1944, the mint returned to copper using recycled shell casings from the war. This makes the 1944 penny not just a coin but a part of military history, created using materials connected to the battlefield. Collectors admire this coin because it represents the transition from wartime minting back to standard minting. It carries a deep historical emotion, reminding the world that even a small 1-cent coin can hold the story of courage, sacrifice, and rebuilding. That is exactly why collectors on online platforms often chase specific high-grade 1944 pennies. The design remains one of the most iconic in American coinage. Lincoln's portrait on the front was created with fine detail, and coins that survived with sharp lines now attract strong prices. On the reverse, the classic wheat ears symbolize strength and agricultural productivity, a reminder of how every American citizen had a role during war and recovery. The clearer these details appear on the coin, the higher its desirability among buyers. The 1944 penny comes in 3 mint versions: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with D, and San Francisco with S. Some rare errors like the 1944 steel penny are worth thousands of dollars, but even regular copper versions can fetch strong values if the condition is excellent. Collectors on eBay frequently search for pennies with full wheat lines, natural red or red-brown color, and no major scratches or wear. Online auction history shows that several 1944 pennies have been sold for impressive prices, especially in graded condition. Buyers around the world compete for pieces with sharp definition because they know that wartime coins in top preservation are becoming rarer every decade. Some sellers report consistent interest from international collectors, which pushes the value even higher. The magic of this coin lies in its survival. Millions were minted, but very few escaped heavy circulation. That makes well-preserved examples extremely attractive. A coin that looks simple in hand can sometimes be far more valuable on online platforms when the right buyer sees it. Many collectors also look for die cracks, doubled letters, and off-center strikes, which can increase its price dramatically. The historical background. Today's video is going to be fascinating because we are diving into the history and value of the Liberty wheat penny from 1929. If you have this coin anywhere at home, hidden in a jar, tucked in a drawer, or mixed with other old change, it might just turn the tables for you. Stay with me until the end of this video because I will explain how you can determine its exact price and sell it properly to get the maximum value. This coin is more than just a piece of metal. It is a symbol of American history, a collectible treasure, and a potential source of profit for those who understand its significance. 1929 Liberty wheat penny comes from a pivotal year in American history. The United States was on the brink of the Great Depression, and the economic landscape was rapidly changing. Industries were adjusting to declining profits. Families were tightening budgets. And the value of every coin mattered more than ever. The Lincoln penny, with its timeless design and wheat reverse, continued to circulate widely, becoming an everyday reminder of the era's economic challenges and social resilience. The design of the coin is iconic and full of symbolism. Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front represents leadership, integrity, and the unity of the nation during times of uncertainty. The reverse side, featuring the wheat ears, symbolizes agricultural abundance, hard work, and prosperity, reminding Americans of the value of the land and the labor that sustains society. Collectors love this design not only for its aesthetic appeal but also for the historical narrative it carries in every detail. Mint production in 1929 included the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, the Denver Mint with a D, and the San Francisco Mint with an S. Each mint had its own level of rarity, with Denver and San Francisco coins generally being more sought after due to lower production numbers. These mint marks, combined with the coin's condition, play a significant role in determining value today. Collectors actively search for well-preserved examples from all three mints, with sharp detail and minimal wear commanding premium prices on online platforms. The 1929 penny also represents the story of everyday life during the late 1920s. People used these coins to buy groceries, newspapers, and bus fares. Children saved them, families relied on them, and merchants accepted them as part of daily commerce. Each coin carried countless small histories in its journey through American hands, adding emotional weight to its monetary value. This connection to real lives is one of the reasons collectors are so interested in acquiring these pennies. One fascinating aspect of the 1929 penny is the presence of rare variations and errors. Coins may feature die cracks, doubled strikes, or slight misalignments caused by the high-speed minting processes of the time, while many circulated coins show significant wear. Examples: